Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Champ and I'm back with another fabulous video. Today I have some more curl tips for you and I'm going to show you guys how I refresh my curls so that I can make them last from day 1 to day 2 to day 3 to day 4. So as you can see right now, I've already done the process. Take a look at the back. Exactly how I like my curls. Each day they get bigger, but I want them to stay defined. So this is how I do it. Let's get started. The first thing is to refresh your curls, you actually have to make sure that you take care of them at night. So when I sleep, whenever I have a part of my hair that is slicked down, because I like to keep the hairstyle for more than one day, I usually will wrap that part down. I also, when I slept last night, I put a bonnet over my two little horns here. But the rest, I just put in a loose ponytail. I actually didn't even double the ponytail. I just did it one time and let the curls kind of be loose all on their own. And then I also sleep with a silk pillowcase. So any hair wrap that I use is made of silk or satin, and same as the pillowcase. And that just really reduces friction. It helps you keep your definition through the night. And it's just a lot more gentle on your hair, so it makes the hairstyle last. So the first thing that I do when I am gonna refresh my hair is I will take the ponytail holder out. As you can see, the curls, they're actually held in pretty well, but I like to keep my hairstyles for 3 or 4 days. So I will do that, and the first thing I'll do, I think today, I will use my spray bottle. This is one of the best spray bottles that you can get. This is what it looks like. So this spray bottle is actually great because it mists instead of just spraying, and it allows you to get the hair easier. So now what I do, as always, in sections, I will wet down my hair. And I also, inside of the spray bottle is water and one of my favorite conditioners, Aussie Miracle Curls. I just put a little bit of this and then I mix the rest with water and shake it up. That way when you're spraying it on your hair, you're not only wetting it, but you're actually getting the conditioner on there, which helps with the definition and any tangles or frizz that you might have had. So I just spray it. And I go down my hair, and I'm very generous with this too. And when you're actually taking care of this, once again, just like styling, you want to smooth it down. Don't actually run your fingers through anything, just smooth it down. If you do have a tangle or a part that's knotted up, you can usually get the tangle out just by like separating it like this and pulling down at the bottom. It'll usually come out that way. You don't actually have to brush it or anything. So just smooth it down like that. Then I'll get the next section, spray it, wet it again. The underside of it, this is the section here. You don't even have to like smooth it too much, just smooth it to make sure that you can feel the water everywhere and you spread it. Remember, the more moisturized that your hair is, the more defined it will be. That's why we mix the conditioner in there. Once it feels even everywhere, do one more little spray down the top. Then I go ahead, separate it again. So the next thing I'm gonna do to refresh my hair is I'm gonna use the Camille Rose Curl Maker. And this thing really is a curl maker. Wherever you have frizz or anything, it will kind of just refresh it and make those curls start to pop out again. And you don't need too much of it. Just make sure you spread it evenly. Put some on the other side. Anywhere like here where you see I have a little tangle, just get your water again, spray it real well. The tangle you just kind of pull down, you can separate with your fingers. But as you see, pulling down really, or smoothing down I should say, really gets rid of tangles. You don't actually have to like separate it, because that will cause more breakage, and everybody wants long hair, so don't break it. You have that side, check out the other side. And I can tell that this side has less product than this side, so I want to add more product to this side. Then you put it here, spread it evenly, smooth it down. When I'm refreshing my curls, I really don't actually run my fingers through it that much, only like a little bit after applying the product. But I really, for me, when it comes to refreshing, it's more about smoothing product in. we go. See, starting to look good. The next product that I'm going to use is the Briogeo Curl Charisma Rice Amino plus Quinoa Frizz Control Gel. Like I said, I am all about definition, and in order to have definition, you can't have frizz, so this is a great product. Spread it evenly through your hand, and then once again on this section, start at the bottom and work your way up. And then after you've spread it on this side, you can go ahead and scrunch it a little bit. And then make those. In this product, you don't actually have to use too much, so just that amount. Spread it from the bottom, work your way up, smooth it. You can see here is a little bit frizzy, not so defined. So I'll add a little bit more water. And that's one reason I really like styling with my hands, because that way I can feel the frizz. You can feel frizz before you can see it. So when you feel it not being as smooth, that's when you know you need to add some more product. When you can feel little pieces of the hair not being as smooth, that's when you know you need to add some more product or maybe a little more water, and you'll kind of be able to gauge what it is that you need to add to your hair the more that you're styling it. So you'll be able to tell. And if you have really long hair like mine, sometimes what I'll do is just scrunch the bottom part here, and then I'll put my fingers through where it fits and scrunch it up here too. That way I can like really make the whole curl defined, not just the bottom. Swing it to the other side, scrunch. This is what it's looking like from the back while I'm scrunching. Just always scrunch up. And then to the other side. Now, to refresh the front part, usually when I'm styling my hair, I either have it like in a middle part or even a side part, but I always have my edges brushed down. So when I'm sleeping, that's how I will tie it down usually. Maybe it'll be a bandana or a silk scarf, but I'm always holding it down flat. That way there's not too much rubbing at night. So when I take my scarf off, it still looks really nice and smooth. All that I'll really do here is refresh baby hairs, and usually when I style my hair for the first day, I don't do my baby hairs that much, and I let them fall out the second day, and that's how I know like what's real baby hair and what's not, because a lot of times we're trying to style the baby hair, and we're like, when we already have it up in a ponytail or something like this, we're brushing it out, and we're actually ripping our edges more to create more baby hair. And for me personally, I'd rather just use the baby hair that's there. But what I can see has already come out a little bit on its own. I'll just brush down a little bit. If you need to, you can add a little water to your edges, but I don't feel like I need to really right now. Then what I'll do is just take a little bit of my 24-hour edge tamer. And when I say a little bit, I literally mean a little bit. This stuff is so strong and it has a great hold that you don't need a lot. But I'll put it on my 2 fingers like this. I'll slick it back so I can separate what needs to be slicked back into the ponytail or slicked down, and separate it from what's the actual baby hair that I'm gonna like swoop. Put a little bit here. And then I'll go over it with my edge brush. Since it was me you wanted to break, I'm building back up my walls. Shut up because you don't really have to do too much with the edges. Just kind of guide them, because you want to be gentle with them anyway, because you don't want to rip any more hair. And if you're having trouble getting some of the hair, you can just kind of use the end to swoop it a little more. But mine are cooperating well today. It'll be more like day 3, so tomorrow, that's when I'll need to use this end. Then last but not least, with the edges, I use Eco Styling Gel with olive oil, the green one. And really just a little bit, probably the same amount as the other one. And I'll just kind of smooth it with my finger in the direction I want the baby hair to go first. And really, you don't have to brush it too hard. This is more for like smoothing. Okay. Then last but not least, I know you guys see I still have these horns. My horns are like still holding up pretty good, but it just depends on how I sleep. But if I need to, what I'll do, in whatever direction I wrapped the hair, I'll just kind of go around in that direction, feel any flyaways, tuck them a little bit. And if I need to, I don't really feel many, maybe like one right here. If I need to, I'll take a little pin like this. These are called hair pins. They're different from bobby pins. And I'll just take the hair that needs to be smoothed in, hold it down, and pin it where it needs to go. The thing about like when you're pinning your hair up like this, especially with me because my hair is so long, it can get heavy, and like this will already sometimes give me a headache. But if you add a whole lot of bobby pins and you make it even tighter, that will really give you a headache. So the key is to use the least amount of bobby pins as you can and just make sure you're pinning it in the areas that will like hold it the best. So like this right here is coming up a little bit, if you can see. Just take that, hold it down. And that part. There you go. And then sometimes while it's drying, like let's say you do your hair first, I will actually take my hair wrap, put it back on. I'll put it over the edges so you can hold it there. And then tie it up at the top. Ooh, that's talent to tie it with those nails. Okay, so I'll tie it up at the top, and then I'll go do my makeup, or I'll pick out my outfit or whatever it is I want to do, and I'll come back, and usually with a refresh, it only takes about like 30 minutes. So see you guys in 30. Okay, champions, so those are all of my tips for refreshing your hair. Hope you guys like it. I really love the way it came out. Still defined, it has a little bit more body. Like I told you guys in the beginning, I like my hair to grow each day, get a little bigger, but it does help to be able to keep it the same, not have to redo it every day. The less that you have to completely restyle your hair, the less breakage you have, the less hair falls out, and honestly, the more time you have on your hands, you know, because I know we're all out here grinding, we all gotta make that money, so we can't be doing our hair every single day. So if you wanna make it last, do what I did in this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.